Okay, so this is a first for me. I'm doing just a quick walkthrough of one of my images that I'm working on at the moment, and it ties in with the acrylic pour, which on TikTok I've just shown you the quick and dirty route for taking a picture of the art and bringing it into Photoshop. So basically, all I've done is from the photo that I took of the artwork, I've imported it into Photoshop as a JPEG. I tend to usually do this as raw, but for this purpose, I've just gone through with a JPEG and positioned it on the canvas. And I've then decided that I want to layer a model into this, and I've gone off to Unsplash. And in Unsplash, I have picked a model by a photographer called David Hoffman, and if we just show you the image that I've selected, that's the image I selected from David. It's a super great image. It's obviously well taken because he's a professional photographer, and I've decided I want to actually fit it into the frame in a specific way, and that specific way has been like this, chopped into the corner, taking out of the rock and part of her legs, and I've then used the super duper selection process within Photoshop to crop out the background. Doesn't need to be perfect, so I've not bothered going around the edges or doing any refining to this, so it's just as Photoshop did for me with its lovely Sensei AI tools. And then I've brought the image of the pour in. I've taken the image and I've decided I want to use that as a colour overlay on top of everything to darken the overall image slightly. So I've just put that through a Gaussian blur, and effectively that's made my browns, my golds more of a browny colour on screen, and darkened some areas of it, as you can see down here. Very nice, and the difference isn't subtle, but it is for the overall effect that I was looking for. And then I've started adding in the elements that I want to add in to start building the composite. What I've done is I've started with the model, and I started placing her in specific places on the canvas so you can see her, and I've actually used the masking tool to hide specific areas so that she blends in well within the image, and I'll refine this as I go along. As you can see the details behind it because I've used specific settings to make certain colours come through on other colours, and I've just built in extras, so there's a little bit of extra hair come in here. I've just wanted to move the position of her arm, so I put that in there, and then I've started repeating some of the elements so you can see the face sort of like starting to make its move upwards, and then again adding some other elements. I need to mask this one a little bit better because it's gone a bit dark here, but I'll do that. But if I take off you can see the difference with the Gaussian blur layer, which I'm using as a overlay. It has on the overall colour of the image. So it's at 64% at the moment, so you can see it adds a lot of darkness into it, which I actually really like. And then I'm working on going through and adding some elements which are hand drawn. As you can see here, we have some triangle elements coming in, which you can see down here, and then just some random shapes out of the Photoshop library, so that we've got some lighter colours and some monotones coming in, just to give it a little bit more interest. I'm going to be continuing working on these particular elements down here, so that I can actually start making these work and pop a little bit more. And I'm tempted also to put a sort of like either a triangle or a circle area around the back, so that when I print it I can embellish it further and add some gold leaf to it. So these elements also may have some gold leaf, or I might try gold leafing some of these. So this is certainly a work in progress at the moment. I'm not sure about how dark I want to make it, or if I want to make elements of it darker and lighter. I most likely will end up bringing the whites as really, really bright whites, whereas the darks and the browns will be darks and, well, obviously dark and brown. I've got some areas down here which I need to actually figure out and get the, sorry you can't see, I just put my arm across the screen, down here, so I can figure out and get the hair a little bit crisper, because it's still got a lot of black elements around the hair. But that's my process. Use a light, take a picture of my physical art, go find some super stock images, or take my own photos and then start blending those images within the physical art. So I will show you another progress update soon, but for now, tatty bye.